Hello everybody. Yes, my name is Kalistus Nathan and I'm a student of English Letters Department of Sanata Dharma. And today I'm going to explain to y'all how to prep a field and also taking care of it. Just in case if you guys want to be a farmer or farm contractor, you can listen to this video made earlier. So there you can see in the top right of the screen is the link to the YouTube content that I have been uploaded. Or if you don't want to, you can just scan it. The barcode is below the link. So yeah, next is okay, I'm going to explain to you guys. How am I going to manage to explain to you how to farm, prepare your field, how to take care of your field if I don't have any implements or any real life field? So here is the answer. Farming Simulator by Giant Studio, which is a German-based studio. It's going to help me to explain to you guys how to do things correctly. So, Farming Simulator is a farming simulation game series that is developed by Giant Software. The games have sold over 25 million copies combined, as well as the whopping 90 million mobile downloads. How crazy was that? So, maybe you would ask, why Farming Simulator 2022, you buffoon? So, yeah, there is four easy reasons for me to answer. Well, the first one, as I said before, I haven't had any real agricultural implements nor a real life field to work on. I only have a small garden on my rooftop and I reckon I cannot use any tractor on it. Secondly, realism. What do you mean by realism? So what I mean by realism is, well, I have been interested in farming as long as I can remember. So this simulator is the most realistic thing that I have ever seen that is as close as it is real. It is very complex. It is as complex as the real world farming, and you can't even learn how to farm in here because how realistic it is. And number three, the sheer amount of real world farming implement companies. So this simulator has been working together with a lot. When I say a lot, I mean hundreds upon hundreds of real world agricultural companies. So giants have been working together with them and putting the real world implement just like the real world into this simulator, adding the realistic aspect into it. And number four is Precision Farming DLC, which is a DLC I've bought for I don't know how many thousand rupees. I don't really remember, but this is adding a lot of realism to the game. Why? Because it's adding the European farming standard. It's more improved than the Indonesian one. So yeah, the next one I'm going to talk about is, well, explaining the video that I've made earlier, the content that I've made earlier. So yes, first thing first, basic implements and its usability. So the basic implements that you need to have or use is displayed below the title: a tractor, plow, cultivator, seeder, roller, spreader, and sprayer. So it all basic things, but all you need to have, and the most important thing that you need to have actually, is a tractor. Why? Because anything else that is displayed in the screen is going to be pulled by a tractor. No matter how small it is, you need to have at least one. Because it is important. Without a tractor, you're not farming. That's it. The next one is going to explain all these implements that I have in a video that I've made, the content that I've made that I uploaded on YouTube. Okay. So the first most important implement or machinery that you need to have as a contractor or a farmer is a tractor. So the choice of tractor that I chose, the content that I has been uploaded on YouTube is a Claas 850 Axion, which is a German-based tractor. Claas is a German company, and Axion is the series of the tractor. There is another series of the tractor. I guess there is a new one called a Serion, and 850 is the size of the tractor. Basically, 850 is a medium-sized tractor, and there is a smaller one, like, you know, if it is called 730 or 6 something, it would be smaller, and if it's 9 something, it would be bigger, something like that. It's as easy as that. So basically, tractor is for pulling implements. Without tractor, you're not pulling nothing, and without tractor and without pulling nothing, you're not farming. As simple as that. And tractor here is the only thing that you need to literally have. The other thing, you can always rent from the dealership or from the other contractor, or you can just borrow it from your neighbor. You know, if you live on a countryside, usually your neighbor is also a farmer or contractor. You can borrow it from them. So yeah, this is the only thing that you need to have, at least one, no matter how small it is. The next implement that is very important also is a plow, but it's not as important as a tractor, so you can just rent it somewhere, I guess. So the choice of plow that I use in my simulation, the content that I've been uploading on YouTube, is a Vernalen LO Max. Vernalen is I believe it's a Dutch agricultural company, and LO Max is the series. So Vernalen LO Max is a 4-meter wide plow, so it's very heavy to pull. It cannot be pulled by a tractor under 200 horsepower. Yeah, anyway, our previous tractor, the Claas Axion something, I forgot the series, is a 250 horsepower tractor and offer 1000 Newton meters of torque, so it can pull this Vernalen LO Max easily. But if it is a tractor with 100 horsepower or something, it won't pull this. It needs to be smaller if you have a smaller tractor. So this thing is used to loosening or turning or recycling your soil. Basically, your soil, without being plowed, it's going to be, you know, the top layer is going to be dead, and it won't grow nothing on it. So you need to plow that in order to, you know, the below layer of the soil to become the top layer of the soil, so that the seed would generate it quite nicely there, and the topsoil that is not nutritious anymore could be buried below the nice and good soil, and by buried below the nice and good soil, it could be processed by the microbes and worm in order to, you know, bring back all the nutrition for the plant, for your crop, until you plow it again. Next thing that you need to do is to cultivate your field. So after you plow your field, it is necessary to you to cultivate your field. So how to cultivate your field? You need a cultivator. So my choice of cultivator that I chose in the simulation before, in the video that I've been uploaded and blah blah blah, is a Koekeling Factor 570. So 570 here is for the width of this cultivator, basically 5.7 meters. It's a pretty large cultivator. It needs well over 180 horsepower, so basically a 200 horsepower tractor will be enough to pull this. Barely. It used for secondary tillage, So basically, after plowing, your soil will be all clumpy, muddy, sticky, and it's not good at all for growing your crops. Basically, your crop will grow there, it will generate, the seed will generate, but it will die well for a week later. So you need this to, make the soil fluffy and good to generate root, something like that. Roll the field. So basically, a roller, as you see in the screen, is used to push down field stones and making ridges for roots to hidden underneath the soil, but then plow your field. Because yeah, it happens a lot in the field. So if you see a fieldstone, kind of dangerous for your machinery. Basically, if you seeding, sowing, or harvesting the field, it can damage your seeder, it can damage your combine harvester. So you need to push down the fieldstones down inside the ground again. How? By the roller, because a roller is a heavy cylinder, heavy metal cylinder that you drag around the field to push down the field stones and making ridges. So basically it make ridges so that the root of your crop would generate better and have a better circulation, air circulation. So, why farming? And my future goals, you might ask? Of course, my future goals is to become a farmer or a farm contractor. So, why farming? Because it is always my main passion, agriculture. Someday when I got big, maybe 5 or 10 years from now, hopefully I want to build my own farming empire. Of course, somewhere else outside this wicked land of, this country basically, because I will never ever can be able to buy even a lawn to farm, and tractor will be very expensive and I will remain as poor as ever. Well, if I still working here, I will never afford all this. So anyway, thank you so much for listening to my yap. Hopefully it useful enough. So yeah, thank you so much, so much to listening, and I'll see you guys maybe very soon. Cheers.